Welcome to my presentation. My name is Yuanqing Hongmen, and my presentation is about Maggi cooking sauce, a volume driver for Maggi brand. My audiences include Mr. Chiang, CEO of Nestle China, Mr. Sanjay, CFO of Nestle China, and Mr. Jensen, the CTO of Nestle China. Welcome, gentlemen, to my presentation. My topic tonight is about Maggi cooking sauce. It's a solution that I am going to propose for Maggi's problem, low volume problem. And I'm going to talk about how we came to the solution and our implementation plan for the solution and the measurement method for the success of the solution. To start, we start from the problem. The problem that Maggi has is its low sales, as we all know. It is reflected in this sales history analysis review. And from this review, we can see we made a comparison between Maggi and Totalit. This orange line is the sales of Totalit. This blue line is the sales of Maggi. We can see there's a big gap between these two brands. And Totalit has been growing steadily while Maggi remains pretty much flat during the past years. Why is that? We took a closer look at the products that Maggi has been selling. Maggi has been selling 6 segments of products. First one is the noodles. Noodles is actually was the first product that Maggi ever marketed in China market, and it was meant to be the volume driver to begin with. Yet it didn't turn out successful. It failed, and we will talk about the reason why it failed later. And Maggi seasoning, you can see the green line is another product that has been in China since it came to China nearly 2 decades ago. And in fact, so far, it is the most stable and successful product that Maggi ever launched, sold in China. Yet, even though it has the highest volume, it still does not justify the brand existence and continuation regarding its volume. The volume remains low. And this yellow line is soup. Soup is also pretty successful considering its short history in China, yet it has a limitation of volume growth due to the reason that it is in the niche market. The niche market, by niche market we mean a product that consumers consume in special occasions. And likewise, we have this yellow, gray line, which is bouillon, chicken bouillon, and this orange line, which already died off because it's a beef bouillon and it was delisted by most retailers due to a lack of demand from consumers. And mashed potato is a exclusively sold product embraced by young people because of KFC, yet it is still has a limitation in growth because this is not a product that consumers would consume on a daily basis either. And we talked about Maggi seasoning. Maggi seasoning is very similar to soy sauce of a very, very common, very popular condiment product in China. Yet the price positioning of Maggi seasoning is very high, and that limited the usage of this product. So far, all the products that Maggi has been marketing in China are all in niche segments. That's why the volume remains low. to locate or identify a product that can generate volume, we have to look beyond Nestle. That means we have to look outside Maggi into the condiment market in China. We did some research, and here are some data we obtained. This is a data from China Condiment Industrial Associate, and it is about contribution by different product package. And we can tell that this gray area covers more than 60% of the whole condiment industry, and it is jar product. Basically, it's product in liquid form. So this tells us that the volume driver products are liquid products. And here is another analysis from our research. These are the key condiment players in the industry. We can see the top one, Haitian, is a soy sauce provider. Jiajia, number 2, is another soy sauce manufacturer. Number 3 is Totole, it's Nestle brand. And Li Kangpi, another soy sauce provider. And Mei Weixian, another soy sauce provider. So from this graph, we can see that 4 out of the top 5 players are soy sauce providers. So this again tells us that the main volume driver is liquid products. From a market visit, this is a store picture of the merchandising. We can see that most of the products displayed in the condiment section is liquid seasoning or soy sauce liquid products. And in our qualitative research for consumer insight, we paid some consumers' home visit to investigate their behavior, cooking behavior. And from our observation, we can see that in most consumers' homes, the majority of their products in the kitchen are soy sauce products. And in average, each family has at least 2 to 3, even more. Some families, they have more varieties of soy sauce. So this leads to our proposal to launch a product that is in liquid form, similar to seasoning but priced differently from seasoning. And in Nestle, we had precedent success of such launch. In confectionery department, a business unit, they had Kit Kat, which is a premium priced chocolate, and they launched later Nestle wafer, which is another type of chocolate wafer, but at a totally different price point. And this launch turned out to be a successful volume driver, and the launch was sensational. So based on that, we propose a similar action from Maggi. To be more specific about what the new product should be like, we took a closer look at the existing soy sauce market, and a research on the market, on the product labels, we noticed that all the key players of the soy sauce, they put a word 鲜 on their label for their soy sauce product. This is 鲜, 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 鲜. This 鲜, and this is from our seasoning, also 鲜. 鲜 is a Chinese name, Chinese for freshness or umami. It's a very important contribution for condiment products for China market. This was also confirmed in our qualitative research among consumers. about this is a key driver for consumers' decision making for a condiment product. That is why all the key players in condiment industry play with this word, and that should be our guidance for our product development. In our implementation plan, the first stage should be product perfection, and our product perfection includes the R&D center product improvement or perfection or identification. We need to base on that Xian attribute to make sure that our product meets this consumer demand. In addition to research and development, we need to make sure that this development is in line with consumer preference. We have to make sure that the product passes the consumer preference test. As we mentioned earlier, the failure of Maggi noodles in China, the reason we did not mention, the reason why, one of the key reasons why the noodles failed was because we just took the product that had been successful in Singapore market and we put it in China market. We thought all Chinese people, because the majority of the population of Singaporeans are Chinese. So we thought the taste preference of Chinese worldwide should be similar or same. So that way we could be faster and save some development money, but it turned out to be wrong. It's not the same. So consumer preference test is a must for the new product development, for our new product development. Another aspect of our implementation plan is effective communication. As we mentioned, the Maggi sales has remained very low, and its consumer awareness, brand awareness about Maggi is very low. That is mainly because Maggi has been in China for not long, and we never did much media communication with consumers about the brand. We didn't have the budget. But with this volume driver present, we will have media communication with consumers in order to enhance the brand awareness. And this media can be TV commercial or social media, which might be more effective and more cost effective. And that being said, in condiment industry, consumer communication is not only about media communication. Another very important driver for sales, actual sales, in-store sales, is in-store communication, like chef demonstration and sampling, and a promoter introduction. And we are going to focus a lot on that too. And to facilitate our sales promotion team, we are going to provide effective communication materials, including recipes for chefs to present and to demonstrate in stores, to introduce to consumers how effectively our product can help them benefit, to help them in their cooking. So this is another important aspect. Last but not least is evaluation of solution effectiveness. And as we mentioned, this is a volume driver. So sales volume, a sales review is the most important measurement for our evaluation. And another important one is profitability. We don't want to have a product that would eat up the company profit. And as we mentioned earlier, we're going to spend a whole lot of money on product development and also communication. And this has to be justified